live stream. I apologize. Y'all deserve better, man. Earlier I had some technical difficulties with that live stream provider. Uh, I had did my live stream with them twice before. I never had a problem. So I think because I had a a guest, I think that's the reason why. Oh, there it is. 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 Okay, I'm back. Sorry, man. I don't know. I think it's my iPhone. I'm gonna have to get a new iPhone. I'm back. I think I'm gonna have to get a new iPhone because I'm having all kind of problems with this phone. But anyway, welcome back to my live stream. I wanted to redo this live stream because I'm gonna tell you, man, that last one went horribly wrong. That streaming service that I used, it was so pitiful. The last two times went great, but this last time when I had a guest, I think that's what caused the problems. Because sometimes I'm a guest on other people's live streams on that service, and their connection is bad, but mine, the guest, is good. So welcome back. Again, this channel is for new men and women who've never been to the Philippines before, who have an interest in coming here for a short visit, slow vacation, or to rejuvenate. My 11 years here doesn't make me an expert, guys, okay? If I ever come off as a know-it-all, I'm sorry, I apologize, okay? But it does give me a unique perspective, and I like to share that with the new man and woman, or anybody really, if it can help you, you know, make your trip, make your experience here more enjoyable and above all, safer. You know, I'm boots on the ground and people get a kick out of that, but it's real, man. You know, I don't live in some fancy tower in Manila, Cebu. I live among the locals, and it's for your benefit. I'm always going to give you the nitty gritty, and all that is, you know, exactly what I'm seeing, what I'm living, and what I'm experiencing. I'm never going to sugarcoat that. And, you know, today is just one of those live streams where I want people to get to know me live and get some kind of context of who I am and why I vlog about the things that I do. Special welcome to my new subscribers and new viewers, because I've got a bunch over the last couple of weeks. And no matter how you found me, I'm just so thankful that you did. But my vlogs, as I said before, they're for the new man and woman, but 90% of my viewers are men. And 100% of them are coming over here to meet a woman. So guess what? We got to come together and look after each other's own best interests. And a lot of the information I give you, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not discouraging you from coming over here. I'm not discouraging you from dating or marrying a Filipino. I'm not bashing the Filipino. But guess what? Filipinas have very strong support groups wherever they go around the world. We need one. So when I give you information, inside information about the Filipino, it's because I want you to be successful when you come over here. I want your odds to increase that you're going to find the right one, because that's why you come over here. You know, you don't want to come all the way around the earth. You know, the Philippines is on the other side of the planet from America. You don't want to come here and go home with your chin dragging the ground because you've missed, hey, because, you know, you've met the wrong one. You know, I'm trying to help you to avoid all of that, especially the mistakes I made. You know, and one of the biggest mistakes I made was, you know, meeting women online, man. You know, let's be honest. You know, you're limiting your choices. Number one, I'm not saying that there's not good women online, guys. It is, but your odds of really meeting the one for you is probably over here, just walking around the market somewhere, walking around in her neighborhood somewhere, because only a small percentage of Filipinos date foreigners anyway. You know, when I tell you that the real players over here are Filipino men, it's true, man. It's not us. See, the ones that are over here doing all the dirt, doing everything, it's not foreigners, man. They put that on us. I'm boots on the ground. I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing. We come over here, we're like church mice. We're quiet as church mice, really. Most foreigners that come over here, man, we don't make any noise. We stay underneath the radar. We respect the people. We respect the culture. And we don't have any problems. You know, when it comes to women over here, man, it's the Filipino men. They got the best women. They reserve them for themselves. Okay? They're the players. They're the ones with all the mistresses and all of that, man. It's not us. So, you know, I just want to make your trip here more enjoyable. You didn't fly 18 hours over here, guys, to have a good time. You came over here to have a great time. You know, so some of the tips I give you is real simple. When to come to the Philippines, you know, when your ticket's more likely to be, when your ticket is liable to be more cheaper. Okay? And I'm sorry, I had to change this. I had to change this. I had to change this rotation. I'm trying to, okay. Yeah. I'm just trying to help you. I'm not trying to bash the Filipino. And see, what happens is, Filipinos, 100% of the time, they're going to misinterpret everything we say. You know why? Because they speak a base English. They don't understand tongue-in-cheek. They don't understand sarcasm. See? So over here, you have to be real careful about what you say and how you say it. I can get you in trouble. It's a lot of Filipinos and Filipinos that are mad at me for my vlog. You know why? Because they misinterpreted what I'm saying. When I made my video, the Filipino rules, what every Filipina is taught when she comes to America, it wasn't bashing Filipinos. It wasn't saying, hey, if you take her home, she's going to leave you. My point was real simple, guys. It was saying that Filipinas, wherever they go, Ireland, Finland, America, Britain, they've got a very strong support group waiting for them that's going to run down all the rules for them, just in case you know, she decides that the marriage doesn't work. That's all I was saying. See, my information, I want you to win when you come over here. Okay? But a lot of us cannot take the gut level truth. You know, we can't handle it. And a lot of people come off as, they think I come off as an expert. They say, oh, well, you're not an expert. But see, that's what I say in my introduction on all of my videos. I'm not an expert. I've got 11 years of boots on the ground experience over here. And I give it all the way to the new man and woman, all of it, so you can avoid the pitfalls and the mistakes that I made. If you coming over here to see a woman and I say, hey, look, man, why don't you try chatting with 3 or 4 women instead of one, because she's chatting with 3 or 4 men, that's not to bash her. That's giving you more odds that, okay, 2 of the women that you chatting with are going to be full of bull, okay? Then the other 2 that's left is the one you have to decide against, okay? And if I say something like, look, guys, we got all the power when you come over here, if that's what you coming over here for. If you coming over here to meet a woman, to marry her and take her back to your country, you have all the power. When you come over here, set some rules, set some boundaries. Let her know what you like, what you don't like, what you're going to put up with, what you're not going to put up with. Go ahead. You know, it's going to make it easier on you. She's not going to care. She's not going to get mad at you. But if you come over here and you give all of your power away, all of your bargaining chips, all your negotiating tools to her, she's going to use them against you. I'm just looking out for your best interest, and that's what we all should do. Okay? So if the Filipino wants to get mad at me, that's fine. You know, because she got a powerful support group, guys. You know, I mean, it's the truth. When I came over here, man, and I always tell guys this is what I tell you when it comes to these women over here. Slow down. Why are you in such of a hurry? They make us get in a hurry. But we need to slow down, man. I'm going to tell you from my experience. Look, I came over here January, met the woman. She had a baby in November. Man, that's too fast. Don't do that. Do you think that I'm talking to you guys about something I don't know about? Man, the stuff I'm telling you, you can take it to the bank. Because it's not only has it happened to me, it happens to thousands of us. We come over here and all of a sudden the Filipino puts us on the time clock. I'm like, how you gonna put me on the time clock? Everything's in my corner. Everything's in my yard. I got all the power. I got what you want. Okay? So, but people get mad at that because I'm telling them the truth. I'm saying, man, look, don't put up with nothing that you don't have to put up with. You need to set them rules, set them boundaries right away. Don't wait until you went home and you filled out, come on, you filled out the paperwork for the visa and the visa's already been approved and she's on her way over. It's too late. It's too late. If you say, hey, look, you know, I don't like your family. I don't like dealing with your family, you know, because they always asking me for money. You tell her right then and there. Don't hurt her feelings, you know. But to be honest, most Filipinos and their families are never going to ask you for a chip, not 1 peso. Because if they do, listen. Now, it may be different with this pandemic, you know, because this pandemic is making people do things that they just normally would not do. But under normal circumstances, man, they're not going to ask you for 1 peso, man. They're too proud. These people over here are proud, man. They're not, you know, what we're getting on Western TV. See? It frightens me how little some of my subscribers and viewers know about the Philippines. Y'all know less than I do. And there's so much information out there. You know, some guy told me the other day, he said, yeah, you know, because he said, oh man, it's cold over here where I am. I think he was in Boston. And I said, yeah, man, I hate the cold. And the older I get, the more I hate the cold. Well, somebody else comments under me, yeah, but you got to put up with all of them typhoons. See, he doesn't realize, man, the Philippines is a vast area. 7,641 islands. Where I live in San Carlos City, Negros Occidental, from what I learned today from my friend John Wells, they had one about 25 years ago, but they normally don't get them here. There's only certain places in the Philippines that get those typhoons. You know, and there's two types of typhoons. I didn't know that till I moved here. You got the ones that come during the summer, you know, like the dry ones more, you know, and then you got the first ones that come in October, November, December that bring all that rain, all that flooding, the mudslides and all that. But that don't happen here, guys. The most you're going to get here is a first rainstorm that may last 5 minutes. See what I'm saying? So a lot of the misinformation going around, that's why, another reason why I come to you on my vlog. I want you to have the nitty gritty, the real deal about what's going on over here. You know, people talking about, oh yeah, if you marry a Filipino, you marry her family. No, you don't. That's not true. And if that happened to you, you let it happen. You should have stopped it the minute it started. The minute her father or brothers or sisters start asking you for money, you should have stopped it right there. Because let me tell you something. This is true. I would take care of the mother. It's the only one I ever give money to. I don't care what condition she's in. I'm going to help the mother, but anybody else in the family, I'm not going to do it. And guess what? She don't have to ask me. I already know she's struggling. This is the Philippines, guys. This is a third world country. People are struggling over here, man. You know, nobody has to tell you when you go over to their Kubo where, you know, they may have a dirt floor. But don't be surprised when you come over here like I was, and I went to visit this lady in Cagayan de Oro, and hell, her house looked 10 times better than my house in the States. But for most people over here, they're struggling, man. You know, it's hard to earn a living. So when you go over there, you don't have to wait to ask them for them to ask you for some money. Give them 3,000 or 4,000 pesos. Get out in front of that, guys. That's what you need to do, and you can stop that. See? Get out in front of it. Don't wait till they ask you. You know, I mean, you're unthinking. If you done fell in love with a woman and you come in 18 hours on a plane to the Philippines and you don't want to help her family, that's a red flag for her. She should kick you to the curb and find somebody else. I would. If I was going to give my whole body, soul, and everything to some man, and then he don't want to give my mother 3,000 or 4,000 or 5,000 pesos every month, which amounts to less than $100, man, I'd kick you to the curb in a minute. Because you know my situation over here. You know I'm struggling. That's why you've been sending me money. And while we're on the subject of money, guys, I can't tell you what to send over here to the woman, okay? Because there's nothing wrong with that. You know, once you can trust her and, you know that she's really good. But I wouldn't send her too much. I wouldn't send her over 5,000 pesos a month because they're not used to abundance, guys. You're going to ruin them. Remember, I was telling you on my last video about the edge that Filipinos and Filipinas have. They have to have that edge to make it over here. This isn't America. This isn't Britain. This isn't France. This is a survival of the fittest over here. And they got to be tough. So when you send in her 15 and 20,000 pesos every month, it may not seem nothing to you, $300 or $400 a month, but man, you're going to ruin the girl. What happens if you and her, the relationship don't work out? She's stuck over here. Now her edge is dull. You know, she don't want to go back to the job making 200 pesos a day, you know, because you ruined her. How do I know? Because I did it. The only reason this woman survived that I did like that, because she was more ambitious than I was. The minute we broke up, she found somebody else, and now she's living successfully in North Carolina. She said, you ain't gonna leave me over here, because for 2 years, man, we lived a life we never even knew existed. First class everything over here. And because it didn't work out, you know, she could have been in big trouble, but she learned a lot sleeping next to me, looking over my shoulder, being clingy is what y'all call it. I call it being controlling. The woman learned a whole lot. When I met her, she didn't know nothing about a computer. By the time she left me, by the time me and her split up, hell, she was doing computer software. She's over in America living good now. Some man is happy as a lark. You hear me? She built a beautiful home for her family over here in the mountains of Naga Cebu. And that's most Filipinos, man. They're not over here, they're not going to beg you for anything. They want to get their own. You know, when I tell you about the Filipino rules, man, I'm not bashing them. I'm not saying don't marry a Filipino. Man, let me tell you something. I would not date or marry any other woman in the world right now, knowing what I know now. You couldn't pour J-Lo on top of me, man. I would take my woman that I got right here over J-Lo, Janet Jackson, Beyonce, any of them, guys. Because these women over here are special. They're unicorns. See? The Philippines is the unicorn. And you know, if you don't listen to nothing else I say, if you want to come over here and don't get disappointed, come over here on vacation, man. Come over here and see this beautiful country. You know, don't have the pressure. Be a John for a weekend, for your first weekend here. See, Johns are a lot smarter than us, Joes. See? They don't have to worry about all that stuff, taking care of the family, Tampo, and you know, all that old crazy stuff we have to put up with, sending money every month to the lady. They don't have to do that. They don't have to worry about that. The John comes over here, he knows what he wants, he knows where to get it, he knows how much it's going to cost. And he knows he's not taking advantage of anybody because the lady already knows what to expect and he knows what to expect. Hey, what's up, Hank? Hey, San Juan vlog. Y'all go over to that San Juan vlog. He's in La Union. Is it San Juan La Union vlog? This guy's living the life, man. He lives on the beach. I think he just surfs all day. He ain't like me, man. Because, see, that's why I'm moving to Siquijor. Because I want to live by the beach. And I want to get up every morning and see that white sand and that blue-green ocean and feel the breeze run across my face, man. You know, see, this pandemic, man, you know, it's turned the Philippines into just a regular place now, unless you just so happen to be stuck in one of them places like he is, or Surigao, Siquijor, Camotes Island, one of them places. If you stuck in a place like San Carlos and you can't get out, you know, Andy Omar, you crazy, man. But you're right, Andy. But anyway, if you're stuck in a place like this, man, it just seems like I'm at home, but I know I'm not at home, see? Because when I walk out my door, I wish I could take this camera out there and show you. But when I walk out this door, I can see palm trees, I can see coconut trees, and above all things, I can feel that heat, you know. But I'm not, I don't know who this guy is, you know, and I don't even pay attention to trolls, man. I'm here for you guys, and I don't understand why they are so unhappy, you know. Whoever this is, he's probably some guy that sitting at home over in America. He wants to come over here to the Philippines. He wants to enjoy the life we're living, but he probably don't even have a passport. So what he does is he comes on here and he wants to make it hard on everybody else. Or he could be a jealous Filipino man over here that sees us living life over here, but hey, guess what? We're not doing anything wrong. We respect your laws. We respect your culture. We respect the people. You know, so if you got a problem, I'm sorry, man. So I'm not even going hey, Robert Morris, what's going on? I'm not even gonna let that bother me, but I just wanted to let y'all know it's a troll on here, and you know, he's getting his, you know, I guess he's getting his jollies on today. You know, but that tells me I'm doing something, man, because I'm gonna tell you something. One of my subscribers, man, and he's always on watching my channels. He said, man, it feels so good to watch your little channel grow. He says, you've almost doubled your subscriptions over the last week and a half, he says. And I thought about it. I said, I said, see, here's the real deal, guys. Here's really what's happening. This is where the school of thought I come from. Anything you want, anything you're going after, you got to pay for it in full and in advance before you can expect any kind of return, see? And I told this guy, I said, man, you don't realize how many nights I sat in front of this camera talking to YouTube and nobody was watching, nobody was listening. See, people didn't see that. All they see is, oh, he's got 2,470 subscribers now. They wasn't there when it was 50 subscribers, and most of them was Filipinos, and most of them were not watching my content. But I knew one day, I knew that people were going to see me because they, you know, I knew they needed this because I needed it, but it wasn't available. So I had to make the videos in advance, all 140 of them or whatever it is. And I'm still not getting paid, and that's not what I'm doing it for. But I knew that one day the algorithm was going to catch up with me, and I would be ready. I'd be ready to I'd be able to take advantage of the opportunity, guys. That's all it is. See, a lot of us, you know, opportunity comes knocking on our door, but we ain't ready for it. See, I was ready when it came. When the algorithm shot y'all toward me, I had 140 videos already. See? That's how it works, man. You know. Hey, thanks for stopping by. He was going to have me found and arrested. Yeah, because you're doing something right, Andy. But I put my work in, and I'm so grateful, man. I'm so thankful. Am I supposed to change now because I went from 50 subscribers to 2,500? No. I got to continue to do what I'm doing. I guess what? The bottom's going to fall out. I'm here to help people, new people mainly, who've never been here before, who's interested in coming here to avoid the mistakes I made. It's that simple. But now, because 88.1% of my viewers are men, and 100% of those are coming over here to meet a woman, and 95% of those 100% are meeting them online, I have to share the information with them that I know. Otherwise, I'm not helping them. You know, if I say, hey, come over here and catch a Filipino when she's not looking. You know, get off her line. Not to say there's not good women online, there is. But it's like finding a needle in 10 haystacks. I'm over here, I see what's going on, guys. Some of these women have boyfriends already. I'm telling you what it is. And she may look like the sweetest, most innocent Filipino you've ever seen in your life. And she's got a family already. But she's using you for money. She's playing your heart. Okay? I got to tell you that. I got to tell you this also. That there are some Filipinos, not all of them, a very small, tiny percent of Filipinos, guys, that are only on these websites to get your money. They're fishing. They're asking everybody for money. And if sooner or later, just like if you go out fishing in that big ocean out here, you're going to catch something. And that's all they do, guys. See? So a guy asked me earlier about hospitalization over here. Well, you know, it's fairly cheap in San Carlos. So everything's cheap here. This isn't Manila, it's not Cebu. My girlfriend, before she had the baby, She was in the hospital for 4 days. She was, had high blood pressure and some things going on in the city hospital here. And my bill was 8,000 pesos for 4 days. That includes everything. Room, board, every doctor she saw, every nurse she saw, the prescriptions, all the medications they gave her, anesthetics, anything, it was 4,000. When I go to the doctor here, it's 500 pesos. Okay, that's about 10 or 11 US dollars. If I want a physical, it's going to cost me about 1,000 pesos, about 20 US dollars. So a night in the hospital is about $40. But if you got private insurance, if you got Medicare, Guam is about a 4-hour plane trip away if you need a procedure. See, a medical emergency in the United States can ruin you financially. But over here, it's not going to ruin you, man, because the cost of living is so cheap. It has to be. They don't set out a different, when you go to the hospital, and that's different, you go to, these street vendors and to the market and places like that where there's a Filipino price and a foreigner price. No. When you go in there for an emergency, guys, it's only one price. So if my girlfriend spent $40 in the hospital, that's what it's going to cost me. See, and that's been my experience. I had a tooth pulled at the dentist, and this consultation, the actual pulling of the teeth, and he had to give me anesthesia twice. It was 500 pesos. Then I spent another $1, which is another 50 pesos, on my antibiotics. See, but if I really get sick, and if I got cancer and I need treatments, I'm going to Guam. But don't get it twisted, man. They got excellent doctors here. They got excellent nurses. Now, do they have the latest technology in a lot of these places? No. But do they have some of the best doctors in the world? Do they have some of the best nurses in the world? Absolutely, because the Philippines supplies the world with nurses. See, so that's another a rumor, a myth that is spread around, falsehood rather, about the Philippines, that the healthcare over here is no good. No. Is the infrastructure strong like it is in the Western world? No. But do they have good doctors, good nurses, good care? Absolutely. And it's cheap. See, because when I had my first son 10 years ago, she spent 2 days in the hospital. That's doctor services, room and board, everything, man. It was 17,000 pesos. Fast forward 10 years and just had my daughter, 16,000 pesos out of my pocket. And she was in the hospital for 2 days, but the baby was in there for 1 week. See? So that's something else that I want to clear the air about, But you do want to have some money set to the side. That's what I tell you. That's what that $1,000 is for. See? That's what that's for. That $1,000 that I tell you to at least have $1,000 for emergencies. Okay? You want that. You want at least some residual income, guys, of at least $1,000 a month coming in regularly. Okay? Whether it's from your pension, whether it's disability, Social Security, or me, I get renewals from my insurance business from a while ago. And you have to have a plan. You can't just come over here and sit down and waste away, because it's easy to do that over here, guys. So you want a plan. What are you going to do when you get here? You going to volunteer? What are you going to do? You going to join an expat club that rides motorcycles around the country? Mountain bikes around the country? What are you going to do when you get over here? See, that's another thing you should be thinking about now. Do you want to work online? See, all that stuff you should be trying to work out right now before you ever get here. See, I got a friend. His name is Nate. Lives in Bohol. I won't give your last name, Nate, if you're watching. He's got a good job online. He's retired military, but he earns about $2,000 a month in a he's a He works for this survey company. They do surveys over in America. So he works from 10 at night here to 6 in the morning, which would be 10 in the morning there to 6 in the evening there. See? So this is stuff you need to be doing now, guys. Especially with this pandemic, see? You can't be impulsive like I was and just jump on a plane and come over here and be lost. See? The thing that I tell you about don't be in a hurry, see, a lot of you guys, this pandemic is going to save your behind. If it wasn't for the pandemic, you'd already be over here, you'd already be broke, you'd already be walking around with your chin dragging the ground. But because of the pandemic and running into videos like mine and others on YouTube, you got time to think. You got time to strengthen your plan. That's what you need to be doing right now. Reevaluating your life, saying, am I ready to go over there? Do I want to go over there for a month or 6 months? Or do I want to relocate there? See, this is the stuff we need to be talking about. See, this is what that support group that I'm always on you guys about creating is about. Because when the Filipino gets to your country, guess what? It's waiting for her. A strong one. But we don't have them. We come over here and everybody wants to be this big bad foreigner. Oh, I can do it by myself. Yeah, thanks for the information, Calvin, but that's okay. You know, I was successful in my home country. I don't need some 57-year-old black man living in the Philippines to tell me or advise me on what to do. And guess what? We end up getting in trouble. You know how I know? Because I was that guy. See? I was that guy. I'm giving you my experience. I'm telling you, look, guys, we need to be a loosely knit group. We don't have to hang out together. We don't have to take trips together. You don't have to call me up on the phone. But hey, if one of us needs help, we come together for the good of all of us and help him get back home, get him something to eat, put him up for a couple of days, whatever his situation is, pay his doctor bill. Because if we got 100 good guys over here, there's no stopping us. See, Filipinos, they go to your home country and they create a whole different culture over there because they got that power. They got that power. They give people jobs. Oh, you need a job? Come on over here. We'll get you a job. You need a place to stay? You want me to teach you how to drive? Yeah. You want me to watch your kids so you can work? They do all of that, man. I've seen it. I've experienced it. I've lived it, guys. We need that when you come over here. I don't care if you're going to be here for 2 weeks or 2 years. There should be somebody meeting the newbie guy at the airport. And this may sound over the top, but it's not, guys. Hey, Calvin, welcome to the Philippines, man. Make sure he gets in the right taxi and gets to his hotel. Then after that, he's okay. He'll be like, oh man, I feel good. Because when I got here, man, I was scared to death, man. I got here at 1 a.m. in the morning. It wasn't but, it was a lot of people out there waiting, but it was only one person waiting for me. And she wasn't even from Cebu. She was from Danao. She didn't know any more about Cebu than I did. I ended up giving the taxi driver $20 when I should have gave him, it should have been 300 pesos. Should have been $5, well, $6 at that time. See? You see what I'm saying? So when I come to you, man, it's from a place of brotherhood, from support. I'm not some preacher. I'm not some saint. I'm not some know-it-all. I've been over here for 11 years with my eyes wide open, man. I see the problems that I made, and I see the problems you make. I'm saying, look, let me help you cross the street over here, brother. Let me help you through this minefield. Because I've been through the minefield so many times, I know where the bombs are. And we talked about that earlier today. Them bombs that are waiting for you over here. Disguised as a beautiful Filipino. And they will blow you apart worse than any bomb that the United States Army has. All right? I'm trying to help you avoid that. I'm trying to help avoid you giving all your money away like I did when I got here. See, I'm trying to stop you from doing that. And if I just stop one guy, I've done my job. Because most of y'all are looking at me as like, man, I know what to do when I get over there. And like I tell you all the time, you'll do this. Oh, I can handle that Filipino with one hand tied behind my back. Yeah, and guess what? Then they're going to put that other hand behind your back when they put you in that straitjacket. Or they put you in those handcuffs. It's your choice. But I see it all the time, guys. These women are tough over here. They tough as nails. We're soft. You grew up in America, you soft, for real. Once you get outside America and you got to do for yourself, the government's not there, the easy jobs aren't there, the easy money's not there, man, we soft. And that's something I had to come up with. But see, I'm tougher now than I used to be. Because the Philippines has made me tough. You won't change the Philippines, but the Philippines will change you. Okay? And it changed me. I'm tough now. I'm tough as nails. I can handle it over here now. If it's 100 degrees out there, so what? I know what to do. Okay? Yeah. If the dollar drops down to 42 pesos to the dollar, I know what to do, guys. I'm trying to share that with you. Now, for the guys who want it, here it is. But the guys who don't, okay, I'm going to still be here for you when you fall. I'm going to still pick you up, dust you off, and help get you a ticket back home. See? That's all I want to do. See? That's all, I want to do. So, if you want to be a part of that support group, there's no dues or fees for membership, guys. There's no rules you have to follow. Or there's no presidents and vice presidents and all of that stuff. Let's make it clear. All that's required is a willingness to come together for the good of us all and help a struggling expat. That's all it is, guys. That's all it is. See? Well, not really, Dale Littlefield. That's not always the case. That's not always the case. And I gave an example before. I said, people, see, we get bashed for coming over here. If you're an American, especially a man, and it's not the women that are bashing you. Not one woman in my family, not even my ex-wife over there in America that I was married to for 18 years, has ever bashed me for coming over here. You know who bashed me for coming over here? American men who've never set foot on a plane to come to the Philippines. They'll tell us how weak we are. Oh, you got to go to the Philippines to get a woman because you can't get a woman over here. And you got to do this in the Philippines because you can't blah, blah, that in America. That's bullshit, man. If I was the owner of a company and I said, hey, look, I'm going to move my company to the Philippines because the labor's cheap, operating costs are lower, profit margin higher, you'd think I'm a genius. You'll say, hey, Calvin, good job. But when I take my business, which is me, over there for the same reasons, you bash me, oh, you weak. You can't get a woman in America as if the American woman is the standard. When America is only 4% of the population. So I'm supposed to shut my ass to the 96% of the other people in the world, and listen to your limited thinking? Is that what I'm supposed to do, guys? Does that make any sense to you guys? So don't let your family and friends discourage you from coming over here. See, they're just afraid to come over here. See, now the guys that used to bash me, they emailing me undercover. Hey, Cal, what's your rent over there? How much is a ticket to get to the Philippines? Blah, 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 this, blah, blah, that. And you know what? I help them anyway. But that's what they do, guys. They bash us. So don't let them discourage you. If you don't have your plan together yet, don't let that stop you from coming over here. Do an exploratory trip, guys. Like I didn't do. Well, my exploratory trip turned into a $7,000 fiasco, but come over here and you see if you like it. See if you can deal with it. When there's no, there's a lot of stuff over here that's not in America. See? I've lost 27 pounds of fat. You know why? Because all that comfort food I used to eat over there is not available here. I eat better over here, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I've rediscovered the Fountain of Youth over here. Well, how'd you do that, Calvin? It's real simple. They got all the ingredients in the Philippines for you to rediscover the Fountain of Youth. They got the Son, the real Son of God. And I don't care if you get upset with me or not. The real life-giving, life-sustaining, life-maintaining Son. That, that keeps us all alive. That makes the grass grow. That makes the flowers grow. That Son. We get it 365 days here. It gives you all the nutrients you need to grow and to strengthen your immune system. That Son. Okay? Then, you got the beautiful woman over here, see? Let me tell you something, guys, who's watching this and who are listening. Not the trolls, but the guys who are listening. Don't discount the value of a good woman in your life and the influence that she has. See, I'm sitting here because of my mother, who is a woman, but I'm just going to tell you something. Some of the most successful men in the world were bums until they had the woman of their choice beside them. You think I'm lying? Read the story of Henry Ford. No money, no education, no influential friends. Okay? I don't have to tell you how that worked out when he got the woman of choice, okay? But you got him in abundance over here. Because one thing the Filipina's going to do, she's going to support you and she's going to encourage you to be the best that you can possibly be. She's going to do it 100% of the time when you get the right one. See? So that's 2 ingredients that you got the minute you get off the plane. You already got half the ingredients. What's the other 2? Well, here's what I had to notice. It took me a while to figure this out. I was like, why these guys over here smiling? Why they so happy? Why they looking so young? And then I figured it out. A lot of the comfort foods that we're used to eating in America, all that junk, it's not available over here. See? I can't go and get the type of energy drinks I used to drink over there. I used to drink 4 or 5 of them a day with all them calories, all that caffeine, all that bull crap killing me over there. And just all the other stuff that I used to do. Eat a loaf of bread a day, just all the stuff that we could do. So over here, there's a lot more fresh food. The fish that I eat that my girl's going to get from the market right now, it's right out of the ocean, guys. It's not that frozen stuff at Kroger. That they'll take it out of the freezer, they'll unthaw it, make a nice display, and it'll look like it's fresh, and they'll make you think it's fresh. It's not. It's the same frozen fish that you're getting out of that freezer. But see, once I tweaked my diet, because that's what was happening to these guys. They were doing it, they didn't even know they were doing it. They stumbled upon the Fountain of Youth by accident. I intentionally did it from watching them. Okay, so I have the Son, I have the good woman, I tweaked my diet, but then guess what? That's the last one. I had to get active, guys. I couldn't sit on a bar stool all day. I couldn't sit around here watching TV and watching YouTube all day. I had to get into action. And guess what these guys did? See, public transportation is not like it is in Louisville, Kentucky. So you got to walk a lot here. See? It activates something in you, in your body. And then next thing you know, you walking, you jogging, you doing push-ups, you doing jumping jacks. I discovered it. I was watching a guy on YouTube named Funk Roberts, and he has this no equipment, no problem home workout. And I said, hell, I ain't got nothing to lose, but this weight that's killing me. And I started doing it, guys. And next thing you know, I'm 57 in the best shape of my life. I can do everything a 30-year-old can do except be 30 again. My woman is 20 years younger than me, man. She can't keep up with me in nothing, guys. I'm telling you the truth, see. I'm going to tell you about my vlogs. Some of them are entertaining. Some of them are inspirational, motivational. Most are informative, but they never bash and they're never negative. This is one of them that's inspirational, Because if I was at home right now, I'd be dead. I was 30 pounds overweight when I got here. Blood pressure to the ceiling. Cholesterol level to the ceiling, man. If I wouldn't have come here suffering from anxiety, suffering from depression, it's all gone, guys. It's all gone. The Fountain of Youth is here. You can have it too. Women too. See? But y'all don't believe me. Because I'm just a 57-year-old black man from Kentucky, of all places. What do I know? What can I possibly tell you? You're sitting in this fancy office on Wall Street or somewhere in middle America with this great job, or you running your own farm or something like that, and you're saying, he can't tell me nothing. But you over there, you're not over here. This is a different world. Even the money that you got in your pocket right now is no good over here. You gotta exchange it. See? You think, oh, I got all this money. No, every dollar in your pocket is worthless over here until you exchange it. Did you know that? So you better exchange it at the airport. You're not gonna lose any money, really. You got armed guards there to protect you. You got all these people around you. And guess what? Only legitimate money exchanges are allowed in them airports. You don't have to worry about nobody giving you counterfeit money, doing that sleight of hand. See, I go over this stuff, man, because I can't stress it enough. I cannot stress it enough. Hey, thanks, Chris, for that super chat, man. I really appreciate it, man. You know, any support that you guys give me. And when you come across my videos, anything like that, that's my girlfriend's daughter. She's first year of high school. She's a singer. She sings around here. And the stuff I'm giving you, man, you know, this stuff is free. You don't have to give it. But some people, they'll appreciate what I do, and they'll drop $10 or $5 or something like that. You don't have to do that, you know. But, you know, that's the reason I go over this information over and over, because you're going to forget some of it. And there's new people coming here that haven't heard it yet. Go ahead, when you get off that plane, if you got $1,000, okay? If you got $1,000, and that's all you're spending when you get here to the Philippines, you go ahead and you exchange every last dollar, okay? Guess why? Your dollars is not good here. They only accept pesos at the airport, in the taxi, at the hotel, at the Airbnb, or wherever you, at the restaurant, the Jollibee, the McDonald's. You can't give them dollars, okay? And you're safe, you're protected. Okay, you may lose a tenth of a percent on the dollar when you exchange it there versus the bank. But guess what? The bank that you're waiting on closes at 3 o'clock. They're not open on Saturday, and they're not open on Sunday. You know, depending on what time you get here. You know, so, but trust me on this one, guys. Get that money exchanged there. You ain't got to worry about it. You know, you save, ain't nobody going to run by and snatch your purse or pickpocket you. You put it safely away, go on to your airport. See, that's the first thing you do. See, that's what you need to know that I didn't know. I ended up giving the guy $20, man. He was happy because he knew what he was going to do. You know, if he was able to exchange that, because see, that's another thing I need to tell you. Okay? Bring Chris $100 bills and $50 bills to exchange in the Philippines. Because 20s, they might not take them. And if they do take them, they're going to give you a lower exchange rate for 20s, 10s, 5s, and 1s. If they take them. See, I didn't know that. I was in Zamboanga, right outside of Dumaguete, and yeah, and you know what it is, exchange at the airport. But I was right outside in Zamboanga, one of my favorite places, right outside Dumaguete, and I had like $400 in 20s, crisp 20s, man. And don't you know, they would not take one of them. I had to catch the series and go all the way to Dumaguete and go into Robinson Mall, and the lady looked at each 20 for a minute. I was in there, man, for all day, you know, just trying to exchange $400, man. This is a true story, guys. So when you come over here, you bring Chris $100 bills and $50 bills from your bank, okay, and exchange them. Otherwise, you're gonna have a problem. All right. Another thing I'm gonna tell you: stay away from them ATM machines, man. Okay. You know why? Because there's a gang of gypsies over here all around the Philippines. They're skimming these ATM machines, guys. Okay? You stick your ATM card in there and get your money back, then you go do it again, all your money's gone. You know the reason why a lot of them been getting caught? They greedy, man. They greedy. They caught a guy not too long ago here. He had already got like 6 machines. He had like maybe 139,000 pesos that he had got. You know, it's a fortune over here. But of course, he's greedy. So by the time he goes to the 7th one, they've already alerted, hey, this guy's on the way. They called him. But they're these gypsies from Scandinavia, Belgrade, these places. And they've got these ATMs locked up. If you're going to go to the ATM, I say stay away from them anyway because the fees are so high. They're going to kick your behind. It's going to be $5 here in the Philippines. They're going to charge you. They got to get theirs. $5 your bank going to charge you at home, and then an international fee. See, and then they set a limit on how much you can get out of the ATM anyway. Some of it's 10,000 a day, some of it's 20,000 a day. You know, you go on, there's no limit at that airport. You got $5,000, you can do it all right there. You're not gonna have any problem. When you come back, it's time to go home and you got some pesos left over, and you exchange your money back to the dollar, and you may lose a few dollars. So what? That's the cost of doing business in the Philippines, see? You know, I would gladly pay that and have a peace of mind than keep running back and forth to these exchange places. Is the money real they giving me? Are they doing the sleight of hand? Is somebody gonna rob me? Because people watch you as a foreigner over here, guys. Every minute of every hour, every day, they know where you are. Trust me, the police know, the criminals know, the bad guys know where you are. Don't think that you're invisible here. When I go to the M Lawyer, man, that's probably the only time I get worried, man, because they know what I'm going in there for. Either I'm taking money in there to send off, or I'm getting money to bring it out. One or the other. You know, and you're sitting duck when you do that. So go ahead and do it at the airport. All right. Something else, you know, that I would suggest when you get over here, and it just depends on, you know, your taste. Because in the Philippines, they got something called a pension. They got something called a pension house, right? It's like one step below a hotel, but they're nice. They're just cheaper than a hotel. You may want to stay there, or I would suggest that you get an Airbnb. See, because that's going to a lot of times it don't save you money as far as your food, because, you know, even though it'll have your own kitchen, but you want to cook your own food over here. You don't want to eat out all the time. You definitely want to be careful when you eat out on the street, okay? But when you cook your own food, you know what's in it. You know whose hands have touched it. See, that's very important over here. See, because a lot of the sanitation is not what you're used to over there. See, 50% of Filipinos have parasites in their body from eating uncooked food, you know, or half-cooked food, or sanitation problems, okay? So I always suggest an Airbnb. You're going to get more for your money, and you can cook your own food. Will you save money cooking your food? Sometimes, guys. But at least you know who's cooking it, whose hands have touched it, okay? What's going in it. See? So I want to thank y'all for stopping by again today. The reason I did this is because that last live stream was so pitiful, it was so horrible, and I know what went wrong. What went wrong was the live stream service that I was using. It's okay if I do a live stream by myself, but if I bring a guest on, my end is going to be messed up. The guest is going to come out clear, because sometimes I'm a guest on people's live streams, and that's what happens. They go bad, but I'm still there holding the fort up, and I want to thank John Wells today for holding the fort up. But guess what, y'all? Y'all deserve better than that. See, you know, This is Sunshine Shoulders. Y'all deserve better than that, especially my new subscribers and viewers. Imagine if that's your first time watching a live stream, you would never come back. See, I'm better than that. This is the Sunshine Shoulders that you've grown to know and hopefully love. See? So that's why I came back today, guys, because, you know, every video I do or every live stream I do, I'm trying to be better than the last time. See? I'm going to give you all of me. I'm going to give you every bit of the 11 years of boots on the ground experience I got. Because when you get over here, man, guess what? I want to give you some weapons. I want you to be armed with some facts, man, when you get over here. Not that old, what you heard somebody say, oh, the Philippines is this, the Filipinos that. I'm going to give you the truth. See? And it don't matter what the trolls say. When they over there freezing they butt off, because I'm over here, it's 80 degrees, sun shining, you know. I walk outside and people treat me like I'm the mayor here. See, they can keep sending them messages and stuff, man. It really don't bother me. It comes with the territory, guys. I promise you that. It lets me know that I'm doing something right. See? Am I perfect? Am I a saint? Absolutely not. But what's that got to do with me helping you? What's that got to do with me guiding you across this minefield over here? See? Because, yeah, there's some traps over here for you, especially if you're a man coming over here trying to meet a woman. Plenty of traps over here. I just want to help you. You know, but I'm going to say this and I'm going to let y'all go. If you really want to come over here and have a good time with no worries and you don't have to worry about all those traps and all that mistakes and all that, come over here on vacation. Don't worry about a woman. Let that be, you know, the consequence of your trip. Okay, because the resorts you're going to, the beaches you go to, and all that place, the neighborhood that your hotel or Airbnb is located, guess what? There's women there. See? You know, there's good women online, guys. But it's a needle in 10 haystacks. You're limiting yourself. If there's 2 million women online, guess how many women are over here? It's 55 million women over here, and I would say 30 million of them are available. Because you know you got little kids, little girls, then you got women that are married. So anywhere from 25 to 30 million single women is over here. Why are you going to limit yourself to that little few that's online who've already showed their cards? They already told you why they're there. They're not there for love. They're there for your visa and a new life, guys. And I don't care. I'm not bashing them. But it's the truth. Why would they go online to find love when there's millions of handsome Filipino men over here, which most Filipinos are looking for? They're not looking for foreigners. There's millions and millions of guys over here that they could date and find love. But guess what? They said, no, we don't want that. We want you. Because you can give us a visa and you can give us a better life. Now, you can lie to yourself if you want to, guys. But it took me a long time to figure that out, man. I thought I was special. Hell, I came over here, man. They put that girlfriend experience on me, man. If I'd have had $1 million, she could have had 999,000 of it, man. Y'all don't know what that's about, man. When you coming over here, you new, you fresh out of the States. Man, they got something over here for you. And you're going to run back after 2 weeks, fill out all them papers. You don't know the girl. You don't know the woman. Fill out all them papers, bring her back, bringing a stranger back with a strong support group behind her. So if she has any underlying motives, oh yeah, you're done. Your goose is cooked. And guess how you can fight that? Time, guys. Slow down. Okay? They the ones got you spinning your wheels. How can they put you on the clock? You got all the power. She wants what you got. What she's got, there's 100 women over here waiting for you for what she's got to offer. But what you got to offer, man, it's a very tiny percentage of men. Okay? They got what you got and what you can offer. So stop giving it away so quick. Stop giving it away so fast. Hold on to it. Use it to set the rules, set the boundaries. Look, I'm not going to take care of your family. I'll take care of your mother. I don't want them hanging around my house all the time. I need some rest sometime. Look at my video, Jordan Rules. Don't let them coming over here using the bathroom and stuff like that. Okay? You set the rules, you set the boundaries, and the Filipinos not going to have a problem with that, man. They look to the man over here as the leader of the house. But if you come over here and you want to be something other than that, they're going to take advantage of it, man. And stop sending all that money over here. Send her 5,000 pesos a month. Unless you got a baby boy over here, then it's different. Because she's not used to abundance. It's going to ruin her. She's going to mess up the money. It's going to ruin her. And if the relationship doesn't work out, guess what? She's done. She's cooked. She's going to have to find another foreigner. And pretty soon, her life's messed up. Because you didn't listen to that one suggestion. Because all these are suggestions I'm giving you. You don't have to do it. You can keep on sending her that $500 a month over here. Okay? Then when you get over here and meet that girl with all these filters on the phone and all that makeup and powder and stuff that they wear over here, you're going to be disappointed. Because then you're going to see 100 just beautiful Filipinos that will lay down and say, hey, you know, I'd like to meet you, guy, you know, but you're going to have to court me. I'm not easy like the ones online. You got to court me. You got to meet my parents. You got to do this. You got to do that. But guess what? It's worth it. See, you're going to be mad. See? And the worst thing, the last thing you want on your hands over here is an angry Filipina and you 8,000 miles from home. Oh, she gonna make life miserable for you. Okay, so thank you guys for stopping by. And ladies, and I apologize, ladies, because my channel is for men and women. But 88.1% of my viewers and subscribers are men. Every now and then, I got to feed my base. I got to keep them around. That's how it works on YouTube. You know, I give you the gut level truth, and some people can't handle it. I'm not discouraging men from coming over here. I'm not discouraging men from marrying you and dating you. And I'm certainly not bashing you, but we have to look out for our best interests. Our own best interest halfway around the earth. Just like someone's looking out for your best interest here and abroad. So that's why I'm part of that team. So if you want to get mad at me for that, then hey, I'm sorry. You know, and guys, if you want to show your woman my videos, I'm going to warn you before you do it. She's going to misinterpret everything I say. Filipinos misinterpret us. They don't understand tongue-in-cheek. They don't understand sarcasm. They speak a base English, and unless you speak perfect English, they're not going to understand you. And guess what? Nobody speaks perfect English. So thanks for stopping by today. I really appreciate it. In America, I know it's late. Before you go to bed, let your head hit the pillow. Man, try to help somebody. If you sleep, or you going to bed, you didn't get a chance, when you get up, go out and get that cup of coffee and that paper. You see somebody out in the street, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink. Give them a couple of dollars. It's the pandemic, man. People are struggling, man. Give them a few dollars. Share your blessing. If you're in the Philippines, it's about 4 o'clock. You still have some time to find somebody. Give somebody 20 pesos, 40 pesos. Buy them a kilo of rice, man. It's a pandemic. People are struggling. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID-free, and I'll see you next time. Thank you all for stopping by here, man. And the trolls, be damned. I'm going to be here. Come on back next time. Okay? And if I find out who you are, come on, you know where I'm at. I'm in St. Carlos. Come on. I'm right across from the Christian catering service. Cowards. Y'all take care.